Hi everyone, it's a little windy and a little bit noisy in the background. I apologize for that, but I felt like I needed to say this today. I'm proud of what the vets have done as far as demanding that the barricades be taken down. The national parks are land masses, and so are the memorials. They're special places. They really don't take that much to run compared to other things in the government. And what's really crazy is you see all these national park police and security and regular police, etc., that they've upped the number of patrols and all of that. So you know they're spending more money than they would normally do so, and it's just wrong. There's a thing in economic warfare, it's really the old siege warfare. It's the same thing, just a different term. They call it economic sanctions. That's siege warfare. It's old, surround the city and don't let them get food or water. It's a form of war. As a matter of fact, it is war, okay? It is probably one of the most horrible types, actually. So when you see this kind of economic sanction, you need to think that it's basically declaring war against those people. That's what it is. And that's what the government's done with these land masses. There are a lot of other things that they could shut down, but they chose to do that because it would impact a lot of people and you'd see it. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't getting it. And I want to talk to the veterans right now. Look, again, I'm really happy that you're standing up and you're saying something. But today, a large group of you go to the mall and you demand an end to the government shutdown. Why? Because of your benefits. You're there arguing because of your benefits. Because you fought for the country, you deserve to have your benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, that's no different argument, really. I mean, you could say, yeah, you went in harm's way and all that, but people in Social Security, they're going to have their benefits cut so that they worked all their lives. You're going to get pensions that are going to go away, and people say, I worked for that all my life. Look, the basic argument isn't right. That's not what we should be there for, and that's not why I did all of this, because it's selfishness. We should have gone to the mall today and said, you better hold fast to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and knock off this nonsense. We don't owe the derivatives markets. We don't owe the debt that the country is signed on to. We need to get rid of the Federal Reserve. We need to get rid of the international bankers and have, as Brant Thornton said, our own medium of exchange outside of all of these other influences. Like I said, the wind's blowing hard today. I don't know if I'm making my point. I didn't do all this because I was afraid that my benefits would get cut off. Is it a possibility? Certainly it is. But that's not the reason, okay? I'm really disappointed that you had to go to the mall and complain that you're not getting your benefits. Maybe it is all lost. It's all over our heads, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? We just don't get it. It's all about me, and what I got coming for me. Not about principle. Do I want to pay my bills? Certainly I do. But I also know that unless we get back to the basic principles of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and hold the government steadfast on that, all the rest of this it's lost on us. I'm really disappointed. Not that I care, right? Not that you care, not that the trolls care, not that the CIA cares, not that the government cares. They're looking at it and say, yeah, Roy, yeah, he thought they'd get it, and they don't. And you know what? Maybe you don't. So you're going to get your benefits while the whole country comes crashing down in a fiery collision. Oh, what insanity. How many generals have been relieved in the last 2 years with Benghazi? There were 4 or 5, 6 there. Then we have these 4 nuke generals. Look at the difference in Major General Kerry's face in his pictures and the pictures of General Michael Hayden. And you tell me which guy you'd follow into battle, into hell. Major General Kerry's a good man. You can see his dignity in his face. Don't you understand what's happening here? It's like I said in the last video to the military. They're purging all the good guys and bringing in the demons that'll serve them. I heard, I don't know that it's true, that there was a naval captain in on 06, Larry Bailey, who was was going to give an address at the mall today in Washington, D.C. I don't know if that happened, but that's right. But I hope to God, and yes, I'll say that the issue wasn't benefits. If it is, I'm washing my hands of this whole thing, because you guys don't get it. I'm sorry, I'm mad already. I don't even know what he said, if he said anything at all. You know, corruption in government, from the presidency on down to the local levels, is like a cancer. All right? And we're at stage 4, where surgery isn't going to do the job. Chemo. Let's equal chemo to the truth. Maybe. You know, it's not a good analogy, I suppose. But the point is it's not going to work, because the rest of the organism is so diseased. You're going to kill the organism even with the truth. This disease is inoperable, ladies and gentlemen. We can't fix it. It's like I said before. If the vets are there talking about benefits, you know, I've been wasting my time. We must stand for the principles upon which we were founded: life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, love, and separate ourselves, as I've said before. You know, I hope to avert that, and I realize every day that that's what it's going to come to. Oh, yes, I understand all the consequences. And then, of course, I had to bring up the fact that there's a church group that the military is calling a hate group, because it stands for what it believes in, because it doesn't want to support homosexual activity. So if you're a member of that group, or if you're donating to it and you're in the military, you're in trouble, because that's considered a hate group now, and you'll be supporting a hate group. What's happened to our country? You can't even believe. I mean, you know, homosexuals can do what they want. You know how I feel about this. But to enact actions against people who do not want to be exposed to that is wrong. It shows how low this country has gone. In the days, how does it go? As in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the days of the Son of Man. So shall it be in the days of the coming of the Son of Man. Man, when I get upset, I put words in the wrong place. And their sin is as Sodom, they hide it not. And yet the U.S. government, you can be a satanic worshiper and be in the military. Did you know that? They'll even defend you for it. But you can't be a Christian and hold to those values. Yes, there's a war on Christians everywhere. DHS, military, FBI, Syria, funded by your loving government. I just had to make this video quick today. I saw this thing about benefits and it just broke my heart. Yeah, that's part of it, but that's really not where we need to be. If we don't stand for principle, if we don't stand for our oaths, we have no right to stand and argue for our benefits. You did a service to this great land, to the Constitution of the United States, a service, which means that you did it without wanting something in return. If you get it, great, wonderful. But when they hold it from you as an act of war, you don't argue for the benefits. I went back to that, didn't I?